and liquor.
Today, I get to talk about one of my favorite TV shows ever. This is a show that my parents had no idea what the heck this was about. All they kept hearing was swear words, talking about dope, talking about kitties, talking about guns and alcohol. They had no idea what I was watching. So for the first year of me being introduced to Trailer Park Boys, I kind of had to watch it when no one else was home. And I remember watching it for the first time on Netflix, which it still is on Netflix to this day. But as the years progressed, I got older and they kind of just accepted that this was just a weird show that I was kind of into. But the funny thing that happened is only a couple years ago, they gave it a shot because I've been rewatching it so many times, and throughout the years I consistently have still liked the show. So they finally gave it a shot, and they now know where I was coming from because they also fell in love with the show after giving it a shot. So if you have never seen Trailer Park Boys before and you're on this video, you must have some sort of interest in it, because we all know you're not here to look at me. You're here because you love talking, hearing, and seeing the Trailer Park Boys. The series was created and directed by Mike Clattenburg in the continuation of Clattenburg's 1999 film of the same name. The series focuses on the misadventure of a group of trailer park residents, some of whom are ex-convicts, living in the fictional Sunnyvale Trailer Park. So because this show doesn't have 16 seasons, which I'm not counting the animated stuff, I threw in the movies along with the 12 seasons that we do have currently.
Julian!
So first up is Season 6 versus Season 5. And before I go any further, I just want to let everyone know this is in no order. These seasons and movies are just thrown up randomly on this bracket. So I had no play on who goes against who. But between Season 6 and Season 5 has to take out the cake on Season 6. Only because Season 6 was a shorter season, and there's not really a connective story like there is with the other seasons, or most of the other seasons. Now we got our two movies right here, Don't Legalize It and Countdown to Liquor Day. Out of the two that I've rewatched the most, it's gotta be Countdown to Liquor Day. I can remember so many iconic scenes from Liquor Day, and Don't Legalize It, not too many are coming to my head right now, so it's gotta be Liquor Day. I've seen that one way more.
I ain't never been so frisky in my life.
Season 4 versus Season 9. This one's pretty easy. Season 9, while I am thankful for Netflix to continue after Season 8, Season 4 just has way too many bangers in that season that are quotable, memorable, and just flat out funnier.
Ricky!
Season 8 versus Season 7. Once again, very thankful for Netflix to help bring the revival back after so many years. But Season 7, even though we did miss Corey and Trevor in this season, this one still works for me. I love Season 7, and it had a really good emotional ending, actually. If you follow the whole series through, Season 7 ends on a high note, and I gotta put that one over Season 8. Jumping on over to the other side, this is another easy one for me. Trailer Park Boys live in fucking Dublin versus Season 3. This one's very obvious. I'm going to be picking Season 3 over live in Dublin all day, any day. So we have the first movie from the Trailer Park Boys. This one, I believe, was filmed in between Season 3 and 4, or maybe Season 4 and 5. It was filmed in between that time slot of the series, but it's going up against Season 1. Season 1, while, there's a lot of other TV series that Season 1 kind of gets off to a rough start, like The Office and Parks and Rec, for instance. I always have a hard time with that Season 1. Season 1 for Trailer Park Boys is still rather good, but they don't find their footing just quite yet with everything. And with the movie, it still just flows continuously with these characters that they've already been playing for a couple years. So I gotta give it to the movie.
Exactly. Get two birds stoned at once.
Season 2 versus Season 12. Season 12 is, I don't want to say it's the worst season, because off the top of my head, I'm trying to rifle through the episodes, but it's definitely near the bottom of some of the worst seasons that there is. And when you're comparing it to Season 2, when I just said season 1, they didn't quite find their groove yet. Season 2 flowed a little bit better. They kind of started to figure out who the characters were that they were playing and kind of owned into everything that was working from season 1 and continued it into season 2. And then they furthered that with 3, 4, and 5. But I got to give season 2 over season 12.
Elvis, let's go, Smokes. You're fucking lucky.
Season 10 versus season 11. This one I had to go back and look at all the episodes that were in these seasons because I don't know if it's just me, but these seasons just kind of felt like they mushed together, and I had a hard time remembering which episode was in which season and the plot line. There's always usually a plot line in some form of another between the first and last episode of the season, kind of like a connective tissue, but they kind of mushed together, so I had to try and remember what these two seasons were even about after going back and rereading the episodes and giving myself a refresher. But I'm going to go ahead and give it to season 10. Season 11 and 12, they just got a little bit too far off course for me. In season 10, they also get far off course, but 11 and 12, they just continue with that. So I'm going to have to go ahead and knock season 11 out of there. Countdown to Liquor Day, which I've seen countless times. I usually watch it about once a year, versus season 5. Season 5, I got to give it over Countdown to Liquor Day. One, because Countdown to Liquor Day is like a 2-hour movie, maybe even less. So season 5 has 10 episodes, so there's just more content of the Trailer Park Boys. But we have episodes like The Winds of Shit and The Fucking Way She Goes. These are just such iconic episodes. There's so many more. The Shit Puppets, Giving Peace a Chance, where Corey and Trevor kind of screw them over. Season 5 triumphs over Countdown to Liquor Day. Season 4 versus Season 7. So while Season 7 had a fantastic ending, one of the best endings in the whole series, because each season usually rounds out, the ending just in case. Season 7 has one of my favorite endings with how everything just ties in together. Everyone's narrating what happened since, the big Swayze heist. And I love that. I really do. But Season 4, this is just like prime Trailer Park Boys, I feel like. And while the ending didn't line up exactly with Season 7, I'm looking past that ending. Season 4 just has way more iconic moments and more iconic episodes. And it's not missing Corey and Trevor. But we have episodes in there introducing us to Conky, the Green Bastard. We see Jim Leahy go off the rails, probably the most that we've ever seen him, to the fact where he tries to kill Ricky. And even that is just comedic. They find a way to make something so serious as that comedic.
The fuck are you looking at, huh? Don't fucking stare at me.
Leave my cat alone.
Don't fucking stare at me.
So we have Season 3 versus the movie, the first movie that they did. And the only reason one of the bigger reasons I gotta give it to Season 3 is because the movie, I should say, they weren't doing the mockumentary style of the show. And up until that point, I'd been watching the series before I got to the movie. So I was used to them following around the camera, talking to the camera. And then when we got to the movie, they didn't do that. So it kind of threw me off guard. Like, they tried to actually take it super seriously. And with a show like this, the groundwork was already there. All you had to do was just continue it and flesh it out into a 2-hour movie. They did that with Liquor Day, so I feel like they did fix their mistakes. And once again, you're comparing a 2-hour movie to a whole season with like 8+ episodes. So I'm just getting more content at that point. Season 2 versus Season 10. While in Season 2, they started figuring out who their characters were and, everything like that, working from Season 1. Season 10, while everyone clearly knows what role they are to play in that season, it just, ever since the Netflix revival, they just got a little too wacky for me. So I gotta stick with Season 7 and below versus 8 to 12. So Season 2 is going to beat out Season 10.
Fucking way she goes and goddamn her actions ruined the night.
We are down to the final 4. Before I proceed and go ahead and get down to the winner, if you're enjoying this video, if you're enjoying Trailer Park Boys, if you love the show as much as I do, hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and move on to Season 4 and Season 5. These are two that I knew were going to make it to the final 4 no matter what. I just didn't know how they were going to get there. Season 5, Season 4, honestly, these two could go up against each other because these are powerhouse seasons. But I gotta give it once again to Season 4. Season 3 is going to have to triumph over Season 2 simply because I've already restated it a couple times. Season 1 and 2, they were trying to figure out how everything was going to work. They did a much better job with Season 2. Season 3, they figured out who their characters were. So now it really just comes down to which episodes do I enjoy the most. So in Season 3, we have episodes such as Temporary Relief Trailer Park Supervisor, where we see that first glimpse of Ricky trying to do some sort of authoritative role within the trailer park, but it only lasts like a day before he gets fired. And then we also have Closer to the Heart, where we have Alex Lifeson from Rush making an appearance and them trying to sneak into the concert. This whole background plot of this season is them trying to work towards getting on a cruise. In Season 3, we also have probably one of my favorite episodes of the whole entire series, that being Who is the Microphone Assassin? It can happen to you because it happened to me and T. But the winner does have to be Season 4. We have episodes like A Man's Gotta Eat, where we see Smokey, Propane, and then probably, I know that Season 7 had the best wrap-up of the series, but Season 4 really does have a good last episode of the series, that being with Working Man and them trying to harvest all the weed, get it onto the truck, Corey and Trevor's car flipping over, and just everything going wrong, ending with Leahy and Ricky in a standoff and Leahy trying to kill him. This is the season of Trailer Park Boys that I rewatch the most. These are the moments of Trailer Park Boys of this season that I think about the most, laugh about. So, what is your favorite season of Trailer Park Boys? Now, I do want to say, because I did pick 4 random things, that being the movies and then Live in Dublin, I think that if I would have picked on here to throw in Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys, because there's a lot of specials, Live at Red Rock, Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys, but Live in the North Pole, I just couldn't include everything. But just so you know, Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys would have faced off against Season 4 if it was on this list. Just so you know, Say Goodnight to the Bad Guys is so good and so perfect, and it's only an hour, and it's kind of like an epilogue of Season 7. I love that. So, but at the end of the day, Season 4 would have taken the cake, would have taken the smokes, would have taken the alcohol, all day, every day. So this series is not going to be for everyone, but if you stuck around long enough to figure out what my number 1 was, thank you, and take care. I'll see you next time.
Star Wars